Hey, we're back. All right, we're zooming through this thing now. Welcome in if you're watching, if you're tuning in on this Friday evening. We're on to match day. What is this? Match day 13? I think that's right. 8 games left. Yeah, that tracks. Let's take a look at this bracket. Today we're knocking out these two semifinal matches. Colin and Rob, both off their byes, both beating Joe and Gibby, who then did their respective things in the finals bracket. And then Crayon and Conair next. Crayon beating Jacob and me to get to this point. And yeah, I'm just chilling in the 7th place match. Jacob's in the 9th. Conair had a bye and beat Sprite to get here. Sprite, who is also in the finals final. So, I guess that makes sense. These four have to be somewhere. Yeah, but today we're doing Colin Rob first, and then Crayon Conair second. There's more bracket, but that's not super exciting to look at. So, let's do the dang thing. All right, over on Rob's 49ers side of things, we got Matthew Stafford, we've got Derrick Henry, we've got George Pickens, Tyreek Hill, and Brian Thomas Jr., and we got Trey McBride. Over on Colin's Broncos, my words are not coming to me right now. We got Jalen Hurts at quarterback. I think the way it shakes out is that like Rico Dowdle gets most of the snaps at running back. Maybe some Chuba Hubbard. Maybe some J.K. Dobbins. I don't really know. But some mix of running backs will happen. Trio of wide receivers we should expect to see is Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, and I think Cooper Kupp gets the nod there over Debo, but some mix of those two guys. And then, of course, Zach Ertz at tight end. Yeah, those are the lads. Let's do the thing. And we got random announcer. Perfect. Great. Let's do it. Go team. Talk to y'all on the other side.
Time for football now. From Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. And off we go here from Mile High. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Our 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
Throwing to begin, it's Stafford. This throw right side is caught by him. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
That's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball, they knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
He takes off, and they'll take this down inside the 35. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
His throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Smart decision there on first and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up second and goal.
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. Now Dowdle. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face third and goal.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Zach Ertz.
Obligatory Ertz to Ertz.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. 49ers offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. They're trying to hold on to the football this time. At the fumble on the opening possession, which led to a touchdown. So they trail early as they get it back first and 10. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, it's Stafford. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
Complete to Brian Thomas Jr. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
from the gun. Here's Stafford. Into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Off play action. It's Stafford. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Jonathan Cooper. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Niners first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. That's the 2nd time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
And 10 yards to go.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He's got his big tight end, Trey McBride. Touchdown, 49ers.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The kicking team off for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the 49ers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. set to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. In there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
To throw on second down is Hurts. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. First catch there for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
On third down, here's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Nearly a good one. A hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. To throw is Stafford. He's got his tight end, Orlando Gatson, the second. But he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
We'll send a tight end in motion right. On the ground, here's Henry. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2, 3rd and 5. As we are ready to get back underway. Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Out of the gun, Stafford. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Broncos offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. He'll find Chase. That's complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. He'll step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On 2nd down, Hurts. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not. And be taken down there.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Open man, left side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man. Downfield. Chase has it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. D. Winters there to bring him down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one finds Chase. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And he's into the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown, Denver.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like that on the outside. They can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
Boswell adds the extra point. Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
49ers 7.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake, and you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Denver first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Hurts. Off balance throw, it's complete. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Really nice job here by the quarterback. Not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
A run on 1st and goal. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
Still first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. To throw is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And he will get into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Broncos. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to Denver after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, 49ers.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic, there hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
On second down, here's Stafford. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford, he's got his man, it's Hill. He's driving for the goal line, will be stopped short, but has enough for the first down.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Henry will score. Touchdown, 49ers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and good. And the 49ers draw closer here. It's 21-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense going to take over just before the half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Hurts. Huck brings it in left side. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll run without it. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
The RPO, that one is complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Broncos.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
17-yard line.
Now Hurts. Throw right side. Hauled in by Cup. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd and 8 at the 49ers 14-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Handoff here, up in the middle. And the Broncos are going to be set up first and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
And the Broncos first down. First and goal
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Gallo trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
A little closer. Here's second and goal. Now Hurts. No chance at all. He'll go down. D. Winters gets in there for the sack, and now it's third and goal.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Now they operate from back at the 9, and it's third down and goal. Now it's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. They're going to keep the hammer down and go for it on fourth and goal. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
The Niners offense ready for their first possession of this second half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Up the sideline to the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds. They mark him up near the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
The 49ers out to punt this one. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work forward for a couple. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down.
At the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Trying the left side, here's Hubbard. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. It's complete. He's got cut. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Denver 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard
So far
line.
here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. We begin the 4th with a carry by Dowdle. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another 1st down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, He knew exactly what play was coming.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Third and 6.
Here's Hurts. They're set up the screen here to Hubbard. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Niners offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Catchman right side by Thomas. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
In motion comes Thomas. To the air again, Stafford.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, 49ers.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They'll go jet sweep and do it with Hill. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, There's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one
Delay
off
of game.
on top.
Offense. Still second down.
Stafford now on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Stafford from the gun on third down. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And good work here defensively. They force him out after a gain of just a yard, and now it's third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On third down, Stafford. That's caught in stride by the Cheetah. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get three.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
As a cornerback, you're only going to get so many of these chances each game to make plays in the backfield. And so far, this guy continues to take advantage of them. That's 2 sacks so far. And with the way this game was going, I wouldn't be surprised to see another.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and long for Hurts. This one, deep downfield for Chase. He's got it! It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Hurts going to hold on to this one. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, Hurts. He'll run again. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
At the 12-yard line.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now Dowdle. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Niners' 10-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd down and 8. Here's a toss, right side. He's able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not the second. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On the ground, it's Dowdle. Look at him move away from the tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
Typically, I'm the first one to be screaming up here to keep your offense on the field, be aggressive and go for it. But I think at this stage of the 4th quarter, possessions are at a premium. I think you take this field goal, make it a 2-possession game, and I think now it's really hard for your opponent to have enough time to come back.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
49ers 17.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Outside, complete to Thomas.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's second down and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Stafford now on third down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He's got the first down and more than that. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. From their own territory, what a play on fourth down. 36 yards.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
One last throw here for Stafford. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.
Congrats, Colin. That was a pretty comprehensive victory, I'd say. Looking at the bracket, that makes Colin our first participant in the finals. Gets the bye. and then takes out 2 would-be suitors. And now he will see if Crayon or Conair will be joining him after a quick break.